Hello and welcome, or welcome back if you were with us for the girls' game, to Sisters High School. It's day 3 of the Sisters Shootout. The Henley girls just pulled off an instant classic 46-43 win over Banks. Now it's the Henley boys facing off with Sweet Home. I'm Matt Bowling. It's great to be with you for leg 2 of this Hornets doubleheader. We'll get into this matchup a little bit on the other side of this break. You're listening to Henley Basketball on 104.3 and 960 Sports and watching on mybasin.com.
During COVID, I gained over 24 pounds. I lost motivation in working out. I lost motivation in eating healthy. And for me, if I'm not active, I just don't eat well. But then I started taking a class at Harbor's gym called High Low. The first week I felt like I didn't fit in and I couldn't do it. But the instructor was so kind and thanked me for coming and told me how well I did. I was like, no, I wasn't, but it made me come back the next week and the next week. And soon enough, I was keeping up with the class. I started introducing more classes and then going Saturdays. I learned how to lift weights accurately with repetition. I started lifting on my own. I started golfing too with my husband. And all of a sudden, I was buying salads instead of sandwiches. Small victories happened week by week, and it's 100% because of Harbor, their staff, their gym, the golf. My husband is getting out of the house and working out with me. His golf game is increasing, we're lifting together, and we feel good. Harbor, where I lost my reins and got my gains.
Meds. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
It's the final day of the Sisters Shootout. And the Henley boys are facing off with Sweet Home. Both of these teams are 0-2 on the weekend. Henley lost 54-49 to Madras on Thursday and 67-50 to Junction City last night. However, both of those losses came without Marcus McCready, and last night's loss to Junction City came without TJ Chavez also. So Henley, facing the number 1 team in 4A, was down to a 7-player rotation. Hornets still, though, hung tough with the Tigers. They were within 26-24 with 2:43 remaining in the first half before being outscored 9-0 the rest of the way. They did play Junction City even, 14-14 in the third quarter, but just kind of ran out of gas in the fourth. Sweet Home, meanwhile, they lost 53-42 to Hidden Valley on Thursday and 46-36 to Mazama last night. The Huskies are 2-8, currently riding a 7-game losing streak. So Henley, despite being severely shorthanded, with a good chance to end this weekend on a positive note. We'll take one more break. Tip-off on the other side. I'm Matt Bowling. You're listening to Henley Basketball on 104.3 and 960 Sports and watching on mybasin.com.
Comfortable and not corporate. At Clown Falls Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Clown Falls Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you. Local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Clown Falls Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. They're your friends, they're your neighbors, they're glad to know you, and they want you to be glad to know them too. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
The essence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Introduce Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place home. And then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
What, Rob? Great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
During the Les Schwab Founders Celebration Sale, save up to $150 instantly on select sets of 4 tires. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Shootout. It's Aiden Hayes against Colin Nicholson, or Owen Harper rather, against Colin Nicholson. And the tip-off falls to Aiden Hayes. On the left corner, Bryson Montag dribbles it in, sends it out to Luke Bennett on the left wing. Back up top, they go to Hayes. Hand it to Chris Janney. Left corner, Bennett. Fires it out to Hayes on the right wing. Hayes. Down in the right corner, Owen Harper. Hayes gets it back up top. Janney, left wing. Montag, left corner. Back to Janney on the left wing. He throws it to Luke Bennett in the paint. He kicks it out to Aiden Hayes on the right corner, who could not beat the shot clock. Could not hit the three. He did beat the shot clock, but missed the three-pointer. Vegas Maurer brings it up. Nicholson. Maurer throws it in to Nicholson. He scores over Bryson Montag. It's 2-0 Sweet Home with 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. Hayes. Janney. Right corner. Owen Harper traveled. Vegas Maurer. Henley picks him up. in the backcourt. Gets it across the line to Colin Nicholson. Now Maurer. Maurer, guarded by Hayes. Gets it over to Ethan Dilibertis. Maurer, left slot. Right wing Nicholson. It's Nathan Aker. 4 seconds left on the shot clock. They throw it down low to Maurer. Maurer through the defense. Can't get the shot to fall. And a shot clock violation as it didn't hit the rim. Henley gets the ball back, trailing 2-0, 6:17 to go in the first quarter. Harper inbounds it to Hayes, who brings it across midcourt. Janney on the left wing. Montag in the left corner. Throws it to Harper on the left block. Back up top to Janney. Pass was off target, and Chris Janney was unable to save it from going out of bounds. Into Maurer. Brings it across half court, picked up by Hayes. Aker. Kaysen Forum over to Aker on the left wing. Guarded by Bennett. On the left wing, thrown into the right block for Colin Nicholson. Nicholson gets around the defense and scores. Sweet Home goes up 4-0 with 5.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Luke Bennett in the left corner. Throws it to Harper in the left lane. It's tipped out of bounds. It'll be Sweet Home ball. Gavin Tyler checks in for Nathan Aker. And William Jewell checks in for Ethan Dilibertis. Forum has it taken away by Bennett at midcourt. Bennett racing in and one. Ball hung on the front of the rim for a second before dropping. It's the first foul of the game. And Luke Bennett with a chance to get this back to 1 point. He misses the free throw. They fight for the rebound, and Gavin Tyler comes down with it. Maurer brings it across half court, guarded by Hayes. On the right wing, it's Forum. Left wing, Maurer thrown in, and a foul called. It's going to be on Bryson Montag, who was reaching around to try to tip the pass. Lane Frank will check in for him as the foul count is even at 1-1. 4:55 to go in the first quarter. Henley trails 4-2. Maurer to inbound on the left side. Floats it up. It's lost for a moment, but corralled by Tyler. William Jewell gets it back, gives it to Maurer on the left wing. On the right wing, it's Forum. On the right block, Nicholson spins, travels. Harper inbounds to Aiden Hayes. Hayes at the top of the key. Janney on the right wing. Back to Hayes. He drives through the left lane and gets fouled. Second foul of the quarter on Sweet Home. It's now 2-1 in favor of the Hornets as Luke Bennett will inbound from the left side of the baseline. Looking, throws it up top to Janney. Chris Janney gets it to Bennett behind him on the left wing. Bennett, Lane Frank kicks it to Janney, left wing, pass too slow, a little bit too far to the left of Aiden Hayes as he was cutting in, but Hayes able to send it out of bounds off a Sweet Home player, so the Hornets will keep the ball. 4:09 to go in the first quarter. Sweet Home up 4-2, And Aiden Hayes ties it at 4-4 with the layup from the right side right off the inbound. Got away from his defender and was wide open. John Hawley doubled in the backcourt and travels. Chris Janney will inbound for the Hornets on the far sideline. Throws it into Hayes at the top of the key. Left wing, Bennett. In the paint, Chris Janney blocked. Big block there by Connor Pace and John Hawley teaming up for that. They get it back, though. Bennett drives in from the left wing, spins through the defense and puts it up, gets his own miss. Now tries a floater. That one won't go. And Sweet Home gets the ball back. William Jewell on the left wing. Sends it into Connor Pace. Spins in from the left block and kisses it off the glass to give Sweet Home a 6-4 lead with 6:08 to go in the first quarter. Bennett on the right wing. Sends it to Hayes on the left wing. Sends it to Harper. Now the kick out to Chris Janney for a left corner three. It drops, and Henley back on top, 7-6 with 2:45 to go in the first quarter. It's stolen in the backcourt, but Hayes gives it right back. Sweet Home takes a timeout. We'll take one, too. I'm Matt Bowling. You're listening to Henley Basketball on 104.3 and 960 Sports and watching on mybasin.com.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Coming out of the timeout, Sweet Home looking to go back ahead after falling down 7-6. Throw to De Libertis in the paint. He loses it out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Huskies. John Hawley to inbound on the right side. Skips it in, and Henley takes it away. Hayes on the fast break. Skips it to Joe Janney, who puts up a shot from the right side and misses. Finds its way to Lane Frank in the left corner, and he splashes a three. Lane Frank hit 3 triples yesterday to lead Henley with 13 points. And he's got his first one here today. Hornets on top, 10-6, 2:06 to go in the first quarter. John Hawley in the backcourt. Over to Ethan De Libertis. De Libertis gets it back, guarded by Joe Janney, and Janney commits the foul. Joe Janney playing in just his second game of the season. He suffered an injury during preseason that kept him out until last night. He recorded a block. Pass is thrown away. It'll be out of bounds to Henley. Lane Frank inbounds it to Aiden Hayes, who brings it across the midcourt line. Luke Bennett in the right corner, fires it up to Lane Frank on the left wing. Frank dribbles it in. Try to pass underneath to Montag, but it was off target and taken away. This is Vegas Maurer up to Braden McClure. Maurer gets it back at the top of the key. They throw it into Nathan Aker. Down low, Braden McClure. Back up to Nicholson. Nicholson at the left elbow hands it to De La Bertis, who misses a three. And it's rebounded by Lane Frank, who tiptoes his way to stay in bounds, but throws the pass away. And it results in another three-point attempt for Colin Nicholson that's no good, but the putback by Braden McClure pulls Sweet home within 10-8, 50 seconds to go in the first quarter. Bennett to Joe Janney in the right corner. Janney loses it. It's taken away. Well, they wrestle for it on the ground. Bennett comes in, picks up the loose ball, fires it to a wide-open Lane Frank in the left corner, who hits another three. 13-8, Hornets lead, 32 seconds to go in the first quarter. De La Bertis ahead to Aker. Aker, pass off target and out of bounds. Braden McClure was wide open in the left corner, but he just missed the throw. Hornets will, or can, have the last possession of the quarter, up 13-10, 23 seconds to go, as Aiden Hayes brings it across midcourt. 13-8, I should say, sorry. There, Luke Bennett will inbound as we had a stoppage. I think the referees might have been confused on the shot clock situation. In the left corner, tipped out. And the referees initially signal for Henley ball. It will stay with the Hornets. Bennett quickly inbounds it to Frank, who gets it to Aiden Hayes. Top of the key, 7 seconds to Lane Frank, another three, misses off the back rim. Aiden Hayes gets the rebound and is fouled on the, was he fouled? Let's see what the call is here. The clock is at 0. I don't know if they're going to have to put time on it as they line up for a Henley inbound. Looks like no foul, but the ball was tipped out of bounds. They're trying to figure out how much time should be on the clock here. Luke Bennett is standing ready to inbound on the right side of the baseline. The officials are going to come to the scorer's table and talk it over. It's a 13-8 lead for Henley with referee, looks like they're saying 2.7 seconds on the clock. They're still getting it placed into the scoreboard. The Sweet Home bench wants an explanation, and they're receiving one from another official. And, well, they're still sorting it out at the scorer's table. I think they're having a little trouble with the clock, manually inputting it into the clock. That can be a challenge with the scoreboard, reducing it to a certain number of seconds. They're going to get some administrative help here. Well, in case you missed it, the Henley girls pulled out a 46-43 win over Banks in the game right before this. We've got the stream archived up on our YouTube page if you want to go and check that out. Especially would recommend watching the last few minutes as Kennedy Modine hit the go-ahead three to give Henley the win with about 5 seconds on the clock. So they're running the clock down now, and they are manually going to stop it at 2.9. Well, I think they said 2.7, but with the way the scoreboard is so tricky, they'll probably say 2.9 is close enough. As the inbound is tipped, goes out of bounds. Hayes could not recover it, so it'll be Sweet Home ball with 0.1 second on the clock. So all the deal with the time and, however many seconds really didn't matter anyway as the last possession comes up empty. Henley takes a 13-8 lead into the second quarter. We'll be right back. I'm Matt Bowling. You're listening to Henley Basketball on 104.3 and 960 Sports and watching on mybasin.com.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Welcome back. Henley starts the second quarter with a 13-8 lead over Sweet Home. Hornets playing without Marcus McCready and TJ Chavez. They're down to essentially a 7-player rotation. They'll start with the ball. Chris Janney throws it into Aiden Hayes. There seems to be an issue now with the possession arrow. And Drew Emmert, head coach of Sweet Home, thought for a moment that the Huskies should have the ball. He was corrected by the official, but Henley turns it over underneath, so they do get the ball back. John Hawley gets it back to Nathan Aker. Huskies having a hard time getting it across midcourt. They do. Nathan Aker on the left side to John Hawley in the center. Aiden Hayes comes in to try to steal. John Hawley able to get it away to De Libertis. Libertis guarded by Chris Janney. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Passes tip, goes out of bounds. It'll be Henley ball. Bennett throws it into Hayes. Aiden Hayes at the top of the key. Over to Luke Bennett, who pulls a 3 from the left wing and converts. 16-8 Henley, 7:11 to go in the second quarter. Montag forces a travel. Came up to apply pressure. Bit of a full court press. And Henley forces a turnover. Luke Bennett will inbound from right in front of the scorer's table. Throws it to Owen Harper at the top of the key. Janney in the right slot. Luke Bennett dribbles it in from the right corner, fires it to Owen Harper on the other side. They get it back to Aiden Hayes, who drives in the right lane and misses. Up ahead, Nathan Aker dribbles in from the right short corner, loses it underneath. It's picked up by Montag and taken the other way. Montag goes down, and a foul is called. They'll get Nathan Aker with a trip. As Luke Bennett will once again come to inbound from right about in front of the scorer's table. Owen Harper at the top of the key. Throws it to Luke Bennett in the left corner, who misses a 3. Maurer rebounds it and fires it ahead to De Libertis. Maurer in the left corner, left wing, sends it to Nicholson. Underneath, he tried to pass to Connor Pace, but it was deflected out of bounds. Vegas Maurer to inbound. Pass to Nicholson, who immediately pops it up but misses. Goes out of bounds. It will be Henley ball. 6:19 to go in the second quarter. Hornets with a 16-8 lead over the Huskies. Aiden Hayes at the top of the key. Thought about a three. Instead kicks it to Janney on the left side. He gets it back. Tried to skip pass to Owen Harper. It was off target and taken away. This is Maurer at the top of the key. Throws it to Aker on the right wing. Maurer on the left wing now. Dribbles it in, jumps, and is tied up. They'll call it a jump ball. Possession arrow points to Sweet Home. So the Huskies will inbound. It'll be Vegas Maurer. The referee is now coming over to the scorer's table to say that the shot clock should not have reset, so they'll put 17 seconds on it. It'll be Nathan Aker to inbound on the left side of the basket. Aker throws it to Maurer. Aker gets it back, pulls the left corner three, comes up short. It's rebounded and tipped to Aiden Hayes. Hayes trying to go coast to coast, but he is swatted by Nicholson. Pinned off the backboard. Sweet Home takes it back the other way. At the top of the key, it's Nathan Aker. Vegas Maurer now on the right wing. Maurer sends it down low to De Libertis, spinning from the right block and scoring. Huskies cut it to 16-10. Henley on top, 5:20 to go in the first half. Hayes down low. Harper from the left block kicks it back up top to Luke Bennett. He goes to the right corner where Chris Janney gets it, and he sends it in to Owen Harper, who is fouled. Bennett getting set to inbound on the right side. Throws it to Aiden Hayes on the right wing. Hayes to Lane Frank in the right corner, who misses a three. Rebounded by De Libertis, and Vegas Maurer brings it back up court. Gavin Tyler on the right wing. Up top, Colin Nicholson. Dribbles it in. De Libertis almost lost it at the top of the key. Gave it to Nicholson on the right wing. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Nicholson dribbles in and powers his way to a bucket. Coming in from the right side along the baseline. 16-12, Henley leads with 4:28 to go in the first half. Chris Janney to Luke Bennett in the right corner, sends it to Lane Frank, gets it back. Comes in from the right wing and misses. Taken the other way by Vegas Maurer. Maurer lost it, kicked it to De Libertis. Still at the top of the key. Colin Nicholson on the right wing. Maurer on the right wing. Maurer to the top of the key. Over to Gavin Tyler on the left wing. De Libertis, top of the key. Left wing, Nicholson tries to take it in. Well guarded along the baseline. Misses it high off the glass. Shot clock was winding down. And Henley takes it back the other way. It's Aiden Hayes on the right wing. Up to Luke Bennett at the top of the key. Hayes in the left corner. Takes it in. Left short corner jumper is good. And Henley calls a timeout. Up 18-12 with 3:28 to go in the first half. We'll take 1-2. I'm Matt Bowling. You're watching basketball on mybasin.com and listening on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses. all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Welcome back. Coming out of the timeout, Henley leads 18-12 with 3:28 to go in the second quarter. And Sweet Home will inbound it in the backcourt. Vegas Maurer picked up by Chris Janney, gets it across half court. Over to William Jewell on the right side. Back to Maurer at the top of the key. Fires it into the right corner, but it's stripped away by Lane Frank. Kaysen Forum was the intended target there. He had it for a moment, but Frank got his hands in there. Left corner three from Luke Bennett, and Henley goes on top 21-12 with 2:57 to go. Maurer brings it across half court, sends it over to Jewell. On the left side, William Jewell. Fires it cross court to Kaysen Forum. Now Maurer. Jewell, left side. Skips it to Nicholson on the left elbow. He dribbles it off his own leg, and it's going back to Henley. 3 subs on for the Huskies. Akerpace and Delabertis check in as Tyler, Forum, and Jewell come to the bench. Aiden Hayes brings it up court, onto the right wing, sends it to Frank at the top of the key. He sends it to Bennett in the left corner, hands it behind him to Frank, who sinks a 3. Lane Frank still shooting it pretty well as he did yesterday, and Henley goes up 24-12 with 2:07 to go in the half. Pass tipped into the backcourt and recovered by Maurer. Luke Bennett with the elevation there. On the right wing now, Ethan Delabertis travels. Aiden Hayes brings it across half court. In the left slot. Looking for an open man. Gives it to Bennett up top. Bennett to Hayes, who pulls a left wing 3 and connects. Back-to-back threes for the Hornets. They go up 27-12 with 1:28 to go. And a double dribble at midcourt. It's a turnover, Henley ball. Or actually, that might have been an over and back. Bennett on the right side. Left wing, Chris Janney throws it to Bennett, who misses a 3 from the right corner. Vegas Maurer brings it up. This is Nicholson. Nicholson spinning on the left block and scoring. 27-14, Henley leads. 1:03 to go in the half. Aiden Hayes at the top of the key. Chris Janney, an open 3 from the right wing is no good. Rebounded and sent up to Nicholson. Nicholson spinning in the paint. Has it swatted away from him by Bennett. Gets it back. Gets it out to Braden McClure, who misses a 3 off the top of the backboard. They didn't say out of bounds, though. Janney doubled in the right slot. Gets it to Bennett. Bennett passed out of a 3. Janney fouled on the 3-point attempt. So with 29.1 seconds to go, Chris Janney will shoot 2 free throws. He had 7 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists last night against Junction City. First free throw misses off the back of the rim. Bryson Montag and Joe Janney set to check in for Henley. Janney's second free throw rattles off the front of the rim and out off the back. Owen Harper checks out for Bryson Montag. Joe Janney still waiting to check in. As Chris Janney watches his last free throw go in and out. Sweet Home nearly mishandles the rebound, though. They're able to keep it in bounds. And Vegas Maurer brings it across half court with 21 seconds to go. Gives it to Nicholson up top. Back to Maurer. This is Aker in the right slot. Fires it to Nicholson. Nicholson spinning in the right lane and draws a foul. 9.8 seconds on the clock. Sweet Home will inbound, trailing 27-14. Joe Janney now checks in for his older brother. Vegas Maurer looking to inbound from the right side, floats it to Nicholson right in front of the basket. He pops up and gets the roll in. 4 seconds to go. Joe Janney's going to have to pull up here. He kicks it to Bennett, who can't get the three off in time. He missed it anyway. And Henley will go into halftime with a 27-16 lead. We'll take a break. See if we can get you the halftime stats on the other side. I'm Matt Bowling. You're listening to Henley Basketball on 104.3 and 960 Sports and watching on mybasin.com.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Flash swab tires. I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So let's right here.
During the Les Schwab Founders Celebration Sale, save up to $150 instantly on select sets of 4 tires. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
During COVID, I gained over 24 pounds. I lost motivation in working out. I lost motivation in eating healthy. And for me, if I'm not active, I just don't eat well. But then I started taking a class at Harbor's gym called High Low. The first week I felt like I didn't fit in and I couldn't do it, but the instructor was so kind and thanked me for coming and told me how well I did. I was like, no, I wasn't, but it made me come back the next week and the next week. And soon enough, I was keeping up with the class. I started introducing more classes and then going Saturdays. I learned how to lift weights accurately with repetition. I started lifting on my own. I started golfing too with my husband. And all of a sudden, I was buying salads instead of sandwiches. Small victories happened week by week, and it's 100% because of Harbor, their staff, their gym, the golf. My husband is getting out of the house and working out with me. His golf game is increasing, we're lifting together, and we feel good. Harbor, where I lost my reins and got my gains.
Comfortable and not corporate. At Clown Falls Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Clown Falls Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you. Local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Clown Falls Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. They're your friends, they're your neighbors, they're glad to know you, and they want you to be glad to know them too. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
It is halftime here at Sisters High School. Final day of the Sisters Shootout. Henley with a 27-16 lead over Sweet Home. Hornets playing pretty well, down two important players in Marcus McCready and TJ Chavez. We've got the scoring here for you. We'll start with Henley. Lane Frank has made 3 threes, matching his total from last night already in the first half. He leads the Hornets with 9. Luke Bennett has made 2 threes and is second with 8. Aiden Hayes has 7. He's made 1 3. Chris Janney has also made a 3 for his only points. Hornets were up 13-8 after the first quarter. First and second quarter, if you can do the math, they played out very similarly. Henley won the first 13-8 and the second 14-8. Looking at the scoring for Sweet Home, it's Colin Nicholson leading the Huskies with 10 points. And Braden McClure, Ethan De La Bertis, and Connor Pace with 2 each. Both teams came into this game 0-2 on the weekend here at the Sisters Shootout. Sweet Home lost 53-42 to Hidden Valley on Thursday and 46-36 to Mazama yesterday. Henley, meanwhile, missing Marcus McCready on Thursday, lost 54-49 to Madras, and missing McCready and TJ Chavez last night lost 67-50 to 4A number 1 Junction City. Hornets 6-4 now on the season. Huskies, meanwhile, 2-8. But they've already matched their win total. Well, their win total from the 2021-22 season when they went 2-22. Last season they were 1-22. Hasn't been all bad for Sweet Home, though. They made 3 state championship games during the 1990s and won it in 1993. This season, the Hornets and Huskies did have one common opponent. Cottage Grove beat Sweet Home 60-55 in their season opener on December 1st, then lost to Henley 48-43 at the Marist Classic on December 9th. Henley, meanwhile, on a 3-game losing streak, albeit with a pretty large asterisk. But still, this is the first time they've lost 3 in a row since the 2019-20 season. In addition to the losses before the losses here at the Sisters Shootout, they lost 58-45 at 5A Caldera last week. Still, though, Hornets in great position to break that streak and get back in the win column. They are up 11 with about 3.5 minutes to go until the start of the second half. We'll take a break, and by the time we get back, we will be just about ready for the start of the third quarter. I'm Matt Bowling. You're listening to Henley Basketball on 104.3 and 960 Sports and watching on mybasin.com.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Introducing Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
All I do is wait. So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face. I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Not corporate. At Clown Falls Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Clown Falls Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you. Local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Clown Falls Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. They're your friends, they're your neighbors, they're glad to know you, and they want you to be glad to know them too. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
Hornets with a 27-16 lead as Chris Janney will inbound to Aiden Hayes at midcourt. Hayes brings it up. Janney in the right slot. Bennett left slot. Down to Janney in the right corner. Back up top to Hayes. Bennett on the left wing. Throws it down and back out to Bryson Montag. Whips it down to Aiden Hayes in the right corner. Quick passes resulting in an open look at a left wing three for Luke Bennett that he could not convert. So back the other way come the Huskies. In the right corner. And back up top to Vegas Maurer. Now back down to Nathan Aker. Maurer pulls a three and connects from the right slot. 27-19, Henley leads. 7:04 to go in the third quarter. Chris Janney on the left wing. They try to throw it down to Owen Harper in the paint. But it's tipped and taken away. Up top, it's Colin Nicholson. Nicholson drives, kicks to Nathan Aker, who misses a right wing three. Rebound comes to Connor Pace, who bounces it to De Libertis, pulls up in the right lane and misses. It's tipped out. It'll be Henley ball. They'll say Connor Pace got his hand in there and then was the last one to touch it. Aiden Hayes bringing it up court. Hayes on the left wing. Janney up top. Bennett, right corner. Montag, right block. Left corner, Hayes. Hayes, left short corner jumper is good. 29-19, Henley leads. 6:07 to go in the third quarter. Nathan Aker doubled on the far side. They get it to an open Nicholson in the left corner. He dribbles it in, puts it up. That was a odd angle shot, but Nicholson made it. It's 29-21, 5:48 to go in the third quarter. Bounce it to Harper on the right block. Now Hayes with a left corner three. Misses short. Tipped out of bounds. Henley ball. Luke Bennett will inbound on the right side of the baseline. Throws it to Hayes. Bennett gets it back on the left wing. Spins, kicks it to Janney up top. Janney drives. The floater comes up short. Rebounded by De Libertis. And passed over to Maurer. Vegas Maurer brings it across midcourt. They get it over to Nathan Aker on the right side. Now up top, William Jewell. Left wing, Maurer. Inside, Nicholson, doubled. Drives along the baseline and is fouled going up. Colin Nicholson will shoot 2 free throws. 5:05 to go in the third quarter. He cuts Henley's lead to 29-22. Makes the second free throw, so it's a 6-point game, 29-23. Ahead to Hayes. In the left short corner, dishes it to Harper, who can't convert from close range. Rebounded by Gavin Tyler. And given to Vegas Maurer, who brings it up. Gavin Tyler on the left wing. Up to Vegas Maurer. He's pressured near midcourt by Hayes. Gets it to William Jewell. In the right corner, Tyler. Up top, Jewell. Right wing, Maurer skips it in. It's deflected and comes to Owen Harper, who takes it the other way. Owen Harper is fouled on the drive. He'll head to the line. Owen Harper with 9.7 rebounds and 2 assists last night against Junction City. Makes his first free throw. Substitutions going on for Sweet Home. De Libertis comes to the bench as Harper connects on both free throws. 31-23, Henley on top. 4:20 to go in the third quarter. Tyler floats it to McClure. Open three from the right wing is no good for William Jewell. Gavin Tyler grabs the rebound and gets fouled. Second foul of the quarter on Henley. Count is now 2-1 in favor of Sweet Home, and the Huskies call timeout. We'll take 1-2. I'm Matt Bowling. You're listening to Henley Basketball on 104.3 and 960 Sports and watching on mybasin.com.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see 2 things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the 2 memories that stick out the most to me.
.4:13 to go in the third quarter. Henley with a 31-23 lead over Sweet Home here on the final day of the Sisters Shootout. Inbound to Colin Nicholson and a jump ball as Lane Frank and Aiden Hayes tied him up. in the left lane. Possession arrow favors the Huskies, so Vegas Maurer will inbound from the left side of the baseline. To Nicholson in the left corner. Nicholson dribbles it in. Defended well by Owen Harper. He kicks it up top to Vegas Maurer. Maurer to Jewell on the right. And Tyler puts it up from the right lane and misses. Aiden Hayes, Chris Janney, a three from the left slot, comes up short for Owen Harper. It's rebounded by Colin Nicholson, and the Huskies come away with it. Braden McClure kicks it back to Maurer, who is fouled, driving in from the right wing. Montag and Joe Janney are back in for Henley as Chris Janney and Owen Harper come to the bench. Meanwhile, Nathan Aker checks in for Gavin Tyler. Maurer to inbound from the right side of the baseline. Gets it to Aker. Aker goes back to McClure on the right side. Aker, right wing. Jewell up top. Back to McClure, left wing. In the left short corner, it's Nicholson, guarded by Joe Janney. He zips one to Braden McClure, whose floater is, I think, partially blocked by Aiden Hayes. Hayes with it now in the right slot, guarded by Maurer. Joe Janney up top. Hayes in the right corner, gets bumped, and that's going to be a foul on Nathan Aker. As Connor Pace checks in for Colin Nicholson. Aiden Hayes will inbound. As another substitution, Vegas Maurer checks out for John Hawley. Hayes from the right side of the baseline. They get it to Joe Janney up top. Janney drives in the right lane, misses the lay-in. Taken the other way by McClure. He gives it to Aker. On the right side, throws it in to Connor Pace. Spins, comes up short on the shot attempt from the right block. Outlet pass to Lane Franks on the left side, and his layup is good. Henley on top, 33-23, 2:30 to go in the third quarter. Bit of trouble in the backcourt. Henley with a full court press. They get it ahead to Nathan Aker. Aker driving. Shot bounces off the front of the rim from the right lane. Lane Frank coming down the right side. Goes right into the chest of John Hawley, and he's called for a charge. Fourth foul of the quarter on Henley. One more, and Sweet Home will be in the bonus. Full court press. Jewell, outlet pass up to Pace. Aker on the right side. Jewell, top of the key, three. Misses off the front of the rim, rebounded by Joe Janney. Janney sends it to Frank in the center of the court. He pulls up from the top of the key and misses off the back of the rim. Rebound comes to John Hawley. Minute 40 to go in the third quarter. Henley still up 10. In the left slot, Braden McClure misses a three. Rebounded by Connor Pace. He hands it to William Jewell, who can't cash in on the layup. There's a tie-up on that rebound. And possession arrow points to Henley. Joe Janney to inbound to Aiden Hayes. This is Hayes bringing it across midcourt on the left side. Gives it to Janney up top, down to Lane Frank in the right corner. Luke Bennett spinning from the right elbow, misses the shot, and it's rebounded by Connor Pace. Maurer takes it the other way. In the left slot, guarded by Hayes. Bounces it to Connor Pace on the left wing. His pass is tipped and taken away by Montag. Montag coming down the left side, and he commits a charge. Vegas Maurer still down, and Montag just bowled him over. They helped Maurer up, and well, it seems like he might have just gotten the wind knocked out of him. So we're back underway now. 53 seconds to go. Henley still with a 10-point lead, and Sweet Home calls a timeout as they were having trouble with the full court press. We'll take 1-2. I'm Matt Bowling. You're listening to Henley Basketball on 104.3 and 960 Sport, watching on mybasin.com.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
.3 seconds to go in the third quarter. Henley with a 33-23 lead over Sweet Home. As Vegas Maurer brings it across midcourt, skips it over to McClure on the left side. McClure's pass into the left corner is tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Huskies. Vegas Maurer to inbound from the left side of the baseline. No look inbound to Nathan Aker in the left corner, who gives it back to him. Maurer drives, skips it to Connor Pace on the right block. Rebound, foul. Nathan Aker will head to the free throw line as he grabbed it on the left block. Nathan Aker misses his first free throw. Placed 10th in the shot put at the OSA Championships last spring with a throw of 13.62 meters. He makes the second free throw, and Henley calls timeout. We'll go ahead and keep it here, as it's now 33-24 Hornets, 32.3 seconds remaining in the third quarter. This is the final day of the Sisters Shootout. Henley boys trying to avoid going 0-3 on the weekend. Henley girls have already gone 0-3 on the weekend, or 3-0, excuse me, on the weekend. They are now 11-0, number one team in 4A, after a thrilling win over Banks, the defending 3A state champions. Pass to Lane Frank is off target, taken away by Nathan Aker. He's fouled, he'll go to the line. Well, we mentioned his 10th place finish at the state championship meet in the shot put last spring. He also competes in the discus and plays football. Three-sport athlete, misses the first free throw. And makes the second. Henley up 33-25, 20 seconds to go in the third quarter. Aiden Hayes brings it across half court. Dribbles onto the left side, 10 seconds to go, gives it to Lane Frank. in the right corner. Luke Bennett pulls up for three and misses. Rebounded by Montag. The putback misses after rolling off the front of the rim. And that is how we will end the third quarter. Henley 33, Sweet Home 25. We'll see if the Hornets can hang on after this break. I'm Matt Bowling. You're listening to Henley Basketball on 104.3 and 960 Sports and watching on mybasin.com.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and little league teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Henley up 8 with 8 minutes to go as we start the fourth quarter. It's Sweet Home ball as Ethan De La Bertis has it on the right side. Now over to Connor Pace on the left wing. They whip it down low to Nathan Aker, and a foul on the pass to De La Bertis. It's on Chris Janney. Vegas Maurer getting set to inbound on the right side of the baseline. And now it looks like we have an issue with the shot clock. Well, they've got it fixed. Lob and tapped right back to Maurer. Creative play there by the Huskies, and they cut it to 33-27, 7:37 to go. Aiden Hayes on the left side. Janney up top. Right corner, Harper. Now it's Hayes on the left wing. Harper, right corner. Back to Hayes on the left wing. Fires an interception down low to Connor Pace. Vegas Maurer on the right wing, Nathan Aker. Vegas Maurer up top, dribbles onto the right wing, kicks it to De La Bertis. Left wing Nicholson throws it to De La Bertis on the baseline, who throws it to Nathan Aker in the left corner, who misses a three, and it's rebounded by Chris Janney. Aiden Hayes bringing it up the left side. Left corner, Harper to Janney to Frank. Right corner three, and it falls. 36-27, Henley leads, 6:28 to go. Lane Frank has been lighting it up today. Joe Janney almost tips the pass. It's better that he didn't because it goes out of bounds. It'll stay Henley ball, or it'll go to Henley. Aiden Hayes brings it up. Hayes waiting, gives it to Chris Janney on the right slot. Bennett in the right corner. Down on the right block is Joe Janney. He kicks it back up to Chris, who gives it to Hayes on the left wing. Now it's Owen Harper in the left corner. Hayes at the free throw line. Janney, right elbow. Hayes, free throw line. Joe Janney, right corner. Hayes, left wing. Left corner, Owen Harper. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Henley has to shoot. Joe Janney from the right short corner misses. And Sweet Home comes up with it. Colin Nicholson coming down the right side. Has it swiped out of his hands by Luke Bennett. Out of bounds. It'll stay Huskies ball. 5:36 to go in the fourth quarter. Henley up 36-27 as Ethan De La Bertis comes to inbound. They go to Nathan Aker, who lofts one too far into the paint for Colin Nicholson. Out of bounds, Henley ball. Aiden Hayes across midcourt. Janney in the right slot. Harper fouled in the right lane. First foul of the quarter on Sweet Home. It evens the count at 1-1. Luke Bennett comes to inbound on the right side of the baseline. Bennett throws it into Hayes, who's fouled on the shot attempt from the right block. Aiden Hayes, 7 points and 4 assists against Junction City last night. Makes the first free throw to get it back to a 10-point lead for Henley. And the second, it's 38-27. Henley on top, 5:17 to go. Vegas Maurer waits before bringing it across the midcourt line. He almost has it stolen, able to get it to De Libertis on the right side. Back to Maurer near midcourt. He dribbles up to the top of the key. Maurer pulls up from the left elbow. Floater won't go, and it's rebounded by Owen Harper. Aiden Hayes dribbling up the left side. Throws it to Luke Bennett in the right corner. He throws it back up to Hayes, who quickly sends it to Harper in the left corner, and he is fouled on the baseline drive. John Hawley checks in for Vegas Maurer. And Connor Pace comes on for Colin Nicholson. Hayes to inbound from the left side of the baseline. Floats it to Owen Harper on the left elbow. He rifles it down to Hayes, who scores from the left block. 40-27, Henley leads with 4.5 minutes remaining. Pass intercepted by Hayes and sent up to Chris Janney. Hayes, open three from the left corner, misses short, rebounded by Janney, and he's fouled. Chris Janney taking a fall there, but he earns a foul, and Henley one away from the bonus. It's 4-1 in favor of the Hornets as Braden McClure and John Hawley come to the bench. Luke Bennett with it at the free throw line, spinning in the paint. Can't get the roll in. And that time a foul on Henley on the rebound. It's Bennett. It's the second foul on the Hornets. De Libertis will inbound it from the left side of the baseline. Vegas Maurer brings it up court. He's picked up by Montag and Bennett. Gets it over to De Libertis, who coughs it up. It's picked up by Chris Janney. Dribbling up the left side, Aiden Hayes drives in the lane, kicks to Bennett on the right corner. Bennett dribbles onto the right wing, kicks it up top to Chris Janney. Now Montag on the left wing, fires a cross-court pass to Bennett on the right wing. Bennett, 15 seconds on the shot clock. Aiden Hayes up top, back to Bennett, dribbling in from the right corner, spinning and scoring. Oh, what a move by Luke Bennett. And Sweet Home needs a timeout. We'll be right back. I'm Matt Bowling. You're listening to Henley Basketball on 104.3 960 Sports and watching on mybasin.com.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
3 minutes and 32 seconds left in this game. Henley firmly in control with a 42-27 lead over Sweet Home. John Hawley fires it ahead to Colin Nicholson. Ethan De Libertis on the right wing. Pass almost intercepted by Bennett. Back up to De Libertis. Hawley, right side. De Libertis up top. Left wing three for Nathan Aker is good. And immediately another timeout is called by the Huskies. We got one more break to take here in regulation, so we'll go ahead and do that. You're listening to Henley Basketball on War 3 and 960 Sports and watching on mybasin.com.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
3 minutes and 5 seconds to go. Henley up 42-30 over Sweet Home. Coming out of the timeout. It will be Henley ball with Aiden Hayes to inbound on the right side of the baseline. Hayes brings it up the left side. Throws it to Harper. It's tipped and taken away by John Hawley in the paint. Nathan Aker the other way. De Libertis, a left wing three, misses. He gets his own rebound, spins from the left block, and can't convert on his second opportunity. Aiden Hayes driving coast to coast. Nice bucket there for the senior. Now he intercepts the pass, but it bounces right back to Colin Nicholson. Nicholson is fouled on the right block. It's on the floor. Third foul of the quarter on Henley. An unlucky bounce for Aiden Hayes on the interception there as he threw it to Lane Frank. It bounced right off him. Would have been a great play otherwise. And quickly, Sweet Home converts on the inbound with a Braden McClure jumper from the right elbow. Henley up 44-32, 2:13 to go in the game. Lane Frank in the right corner, dribbles in, throws it to the Owen Harper in the paint, and he's fouled going up for the shot. Harper, in the absence of Marcus McCready, has been getting most of the paint touches for the Hornets. He misses his first free throw. .206 remaining. And Owen Harper misses his second free throw. Luke Bennett gets the rebound, though. Lane Frank, a left corner three. Too strong. Rebounded by Nicholson. Henley still up 44-32. Nathan Aker on the right side. De Libertis up top. Aker, right wing. Up top, Nicholson. 12 seconds left on the shot clock. Ethan De Libertis retreats to near midcourt with it. Sends it to Hawley. 5 seconds now. Nathan Aker has to do something. He fires it to De Libertis, who loses it. Down low, it's taken away by Harper and given to Aiden Hayes, who brings it back up. 1:18 remaining. Henley still up 12. Hornets can essentially close things out here. Janney on the free throw line. Lane Frank on the left wing. Hayes dribbling and traveled as he went through the left lane. John Hawley brings it up court for the Huskies. De Libertis, top of the key, three, in and out. Foul called. It's on the floor. And that foul is going to put Henley on the free throw line. 52.8 seconds on the clock. Hornets up 44-32. Luke Bennett will shoot. Misses his first free throw. And 12 points and 6 rebounds last night against Junction City as Joe Janney checks in for Chris Janney. Bennett's second free throw is good, so Henley goes up 45-32 with 52 seconds remaining. Hawley kicks to Braden McClure. Driving is De Libertis on the right side. Out to Nathan Aker in the right corner. De Libertis up top. John Hawley, left wing. Sends it to Colin Nicholson, who turns and is denied by the rim on the shot attempt. Joe Janney the other way. Joe Janney kicks it up top to Luke Bennett. 22 seconds up remaining. Henley can just dribble it out here. It looks like that's what they're going to do as the clock dips inside 10 seconds. Now he throws to Owen Harper on the left wing. And Sweet Home retreats to their bench as the clock hits 0. Henley snaps their 3-game losing streak and ends the Sisters Shootout with a 45-32 win over Sweet Home. They do so playing with a 7-player rotation in the absence of Marcus McCready and TJ Chavez. We'll take a break, see if we can get you the final stats on the other side. I'm Matt Bowling. You're listening to Henley Basketball on 104.3 and 960 Sports and watching on mybasin.com.
During COVID, I gained over 24 pounds. I lost motivation in working out. I lost motivation in eating healthy. And for me, if I'm not active, I just don't eat well. But then I started taking a class at Harbor's gym called High Low. The first week I felt like I didn't fit in and I couldn't do it. But the instructor was so kind and thanked me for coming and told me how well I did. I was like, no, I wasn't, but it made me come back the next week and the next week. And soon enough, I was keeping up with the class. I started introducing more classes and then going Saturdays. I learned how to lift weights accurately with repetition. I started lifting on my own. I started golfing too with my husband. And all of a sudden, I was buying salads instead of sandwiches. Small victories happened week by week, and it's 100% because of Harbor, their staff, their gym, the golf. My husband is getting out of the house and working out with me. His golf game is increasing, we're lifting together, and we feel good. Harbor, where I lost my reins and got my gains.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Welcome back. Henley wraps up the Sisters Shootout with a 45-32 win over Sweet Home. We've got your final scoring here. For Henley, Lane Frank hit 4 threes to finish with 14 points. He was followed by Aiden Hayes, who had, actually, Aiden Hayes finished just slightly ahead of Lane Frank with 15 points. And they were followed by Luke Bennett, who had 11 points. Chris Janney had 3, and Owen Harper had 2. For Sweet Home, it was Colin Nicholson with 14 points, leading the Huskies. He was followed by Vegas Maurer and Nathan Aker with 5 each. Braden McClure had 4, and Connor Pace had 2. So Henley able to end the Sisters Shootout on a good note after dropping their first 2 games without Marcus McCready and playing their last 2 also without TJ Chavez. We have one more break to take. I will tell you what's next for both the Henley boys and girls on the other side. Don't go away just yet. I'm Matt Bowling. You're watching Henley basketball on 104.3 and 960 Sports, and listening on 104.3 and 960 Sports, and watching on mybasin.com.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and little league teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Henley basketball concluding the 2023 leg of the 23-24 season here at the Sisters Shootout. The Hornets will be back in action next Wednesday, January 3rd. The boys will travel to 5A Ridgeview with a 6:30 tip-off, while the girls will travel to 3A Lakeview for a 6 o'clock tip-off. Josh Eldridge will be handling play-by-play for that game. I will be with you for the game at Ridgeview with the Henley boys. Well, whether you were with us just for this game or you've been watching all of Henley's games this weekend, we appreciate you joining us here on mybasin.com and or 104.3 and 960 Sports. One more time, I am Matt Bowling from Sisters High School. Henley boys wrap up the Hornets trip to the Sisters Shootout with a 45-32 win over Sweet Home. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Happy New Year, and we'll see you next week. Take care.